Ladies and gentlemen, I have no idea what the hell this movie is. Here's what I do know. It stars Mel Gibson. I saw the thumbnail. It's called Fat Man. And I said, I don't know what else we gotta do today, but for sure, we gotta check this trailer out.
Oh yeah.
I have already made up my mind that I'm watching this movie when it comes out.
In the theaters.
I don't care where or when. It's happening.
Hey man, gotta get your Mel fix if now is the time for a comeback.
I have no idea what we're walking into, but crack of the fingers, let's do this, people.
It's time I retired the cult. You still have
I do.
some kids with a deer rifle put 2 holes in the sleigh, one in me. All I have is the world is forgotten.
What? No.
Wait, no, is he really?
He's not saying that.
Yes.
To procure your services. This is a one-time deal, gentlemen. How are you, Mike? Nicole and the kids are well, I hope. Where are you?
This might be the greatest movie ever made. Cole. Walton Goggins! What? Oh, yes!
Tom Segura?
This is what people actually think of me. Christmas is a farce. I'm a joke.
What's the purpose of your visit?
Hunting. I'm gonna kill some things. There is a rising number of our youth making poor decisions.
The big man's head.
Sir, head's rotten and old.
And on his beard.
I'm not shaving off a dead man's beard. Your workers sure have healthy appetites. That's why elves live much.
Oh my god.
Chris, you what to say? No, it's a giving that keeps him young.
Why does this look so much better than it should? This is oh my god. Yes. I love
Minor
it.
key.
You think you're the first?
I got this job because I'm fat and jolly.
My goodness.
Oh, come while you sleep. That man's got his eye on you.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's Donner. Like it was a Blitzer should tear your package clean off.
Donner. Easter egg. Richard Donner directed all Lethal Weapons.
Ah!
Oh my god.
Oh, that's a new Christmas tradition right there.
I thought this was gonna be like a Liam Neeson movie, and it kind of is, but with a Santa Claus
What
twist.
if Liam Neeson was Santa Claus, and what if the government had no other options
What
but this?
I love about it is it looks like a Mel Gibson action. Just it's pretty much just a Mel Gibson action movie, and he just happens to be Santa Claus with the title too. I was so
amazing.
surprised by that trailer.
I know, I feel like we have somehow found some rift in space-time and this just fell out of it because this feels like something that should have only just been a joke, but like you said, it also looks way more gripping and competently
Yeah.
made than a joke would imply.
Well, it's tongue in cheek, it's campy, but you also got, you know, Mel Gibson and Walton Goggins, who from the trailer presence looks like they're hitting the exact right tone. It's not too over the top, it's just heightened enough, but they still got this sort of sincere, weirdly lived in authenticity to the portrayal of it. Mel Gibson is Santa, who is when we first started going, I'm like, you know the legend. I'm like, what's the Fat Man legend? Who's the Fat Man?
Kevin Smith? What is this?
Who are they talking about? Yeah. And then he's not calling Kevin Smith the Fat. Kevin Smith's nickname,
Fat
one
Man
of his
on
titles.
Batman.
Okay, I
Fat
gotta
Man
clarify
Beyond.
for you. All right, before you
Kevin-
get canceled.
Kevin's
we're already
vegan.
covering a Mel Gibson
He's
trailer,
healthy.
and we're already excited
I
for a Mel
wished him
Gibson
well.
movie. So
This is
try
the
not
best-
to don't add more on top of that.
This is the best Christmas present I think at least you could have received.
You know what's so funny about this? You always hear like, "Oh, is Lethal Weapon a Christmas movie? Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?" These like gritty action films that take place around Christmas. This is a pure Christmas action movie. What I love about it is it's captured with so much seriousness. That's why the joke is working. The seriousness weirdly amplifies the self-awareness, if that makes sense.
It seems like they're taking, I can't exactly find a succinct word for it, but it's that thing where you can tell that behind the camera they're well aware of how silly this is, but they also know that they have to take it with a certain amount of straightness in order for it to really actually work. And that's the thing is, you brought up, movies like Lethal Weapon and Die Hard, and these movies we love to debate about, like, who is it a Christmas movie? Because it takes place at Christmas, but it doesn't really have any Christmas themes or spirit. And this looks like the movie to end that debate entirely, because like half the trailer does look like just a Mel Gibson action movie, except you have
It's
this
not even in,
extra...
like the Santa suit or anything.
No, exactly. It could be anything.
Just a dude in like Alaska. Yeah.
But then you also just have this added context that he is Santa and there are elves.
Yeah.
And even I like that they kept that at least a little bit mysterious as to just how traditional the life of Santa and the North Pole people are, because, we at least see a little bit of that. They got all their cafeteria sweets and whatnot.
You didn't really get a great shot of the elves, necessarily.
Gotta have surprises for this movie.
Mrs. Claus is a black girl here?
I guess, yeah.
Awesome. You know, if Michelle Rodriguez was watching this video, she would say Mel Gibson is not racist because, look, he kissed a black girl.
Yeah, and if he was racist, he would have just
wouldn't have,
vomited on the spot. Yeah. It's not even something you can control. if you
Bringing
want
back
to.
another Liam Neeson comment.
It even reminded me a little bit of that most recent Liam Neeson trailer with
Cold Pursuit.
Yeah, because that trailer had this wacky quality. When the movie came out, I heard it was better than the trailer looked, but also surprisingly funny and witty. And so this almost looks exactly like that tone, but with Mel Gibson.
Okay, that is not Tom Segura. It just looks like Tom Segura in a quick flash.
Well, now I'm not going to see it.
But, having both just the idea of, like, Mel Gibson and Walton Goggins clashing together here for this ridiculous of a concept, that just sounds like a great time. Like, especially with Walton Goggins, who I think is... our next live stream is going to be called Underrated Straight White Male Actors.
And he is
and Walton Goggins is
top
on
of that list.
the top of that list, man.
He's still underrated, and he has his own sitcom that's going into a second season.
Does he?
Yeah,
I didn't know
he's got
about
the
that.
Unicorn, which I've heard good things about, and I had completely forgotten existed until just yesterday.
Oh, but Mel Gibson looks so committed to this role.
I know.
This is the kind of comedy he should be doing, if anything. Not Daddy's Home 2, which was another Christmas movie he was in. Where he's found his market with the Christmas films.
Well, that's the thing, is he needs a character he can throw himself at, whereas Daddy's Home 2, it seemed almost like it was for him to just stand around, be Mel Gibson, let that do its thing, whereas here it's like he's got to actually kind of invest.
Well, what I love too is like he always has a big beard and he gets Santa jokes all the time. So it's just great that he's actually going to play Santa. There's things about, if Mel Gibson didn't have his like personal life debaggles that have totally tampered with his image, him and Kurt Russell would be on a very similar wavelength, I think, in terms of their career paths. And they did star in Tequila Sunrise together, but I love that, like, not long ago, Kurt Russell played Santa Claus and like a real Santa in that Netflix movie, and now Mel Gibson's play like, well, this is the kind of Santa I could play, so I'm gonna play this kind of Santa.
We can watch them back to back to back with Strange Imports and all those other scary Santa Claus movies.
Yeah, I hope this movie is really violent. That's the other thing I'm really aiming for with this flick. You know,
It seems like it would be. And that kid is super familiar.
the
I
kid
know
looks,
I've seen
he
that
looks
kid.
familiar. He looks like he's having a grand old time. Right now, the quality of the film looks like a very low budget film camera.
Yeah,
I don't know what
maybe
it
like
is.
a 16 or something like that.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's going to be distracting, but if anything, I feel like it's all adding. That's what I mean. Like they're playing it so straight, yet that's why it's so fun.
Mel
Yeah.
insisted they shoot this on actual film.
And at the same time, it looks better than it should. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm completely perplexed because this should just be a meme. And,
Yeah.
and for some reason, I am very curious to see how this film turns out. This will be like another random cult Christmas tradition.
Leave your thoughts down below, people. What do you think of Fat Man? Subscribe. Click that notification bell. Last but not least, I'd like to give a patron of the day shout out to PJ. So last month we nicknamed you Personal Jesus. Before that it was Pandemic Jones.
Yes.
And this time around we're gonna call you Philosophical Jew.
Ooh, philosophical Jew. That's right, because you are quite dedicated to the Jewish faith.
I think.
Yeah,
or
you're
assuming.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
100%
kosher.
wrong.
You're Hasidic. You don't use electricity on the weekends at all.
If there's anyone whose identity is constantly changing around here, it is PJ, aka Phantasm Juicy.
Yeah.
A juicy Phantasm Man.
AKA pure joy.
Oh, puberty jizzles. Jingles is what I meant to say.
Puberty
but-
jingles.
But the other word came out.
Get those puberty jingles just before you start sprouting new hairs. It's good.
I'll see you later, Peach.
Love you, buddy.